everybody, welcome to the vlog. Today I'm shooting the vlog from my car. It's a hot day in Bombay and I'm stuck in traffic. I don't think there's a better time to do it than now, because very often when I'm in traffic it gives me some time to watch some videos, it gives me some time to reflect, and I thought I'm going to start using this time also to work on the vlog. Now, what are we going to talk about today? Today we're going to talk about advice that you often got from friends, family, well-wishers, advisors, and it's the most bandied around term. The term is be positive. When I was growing up, a lot of people said that to me. It was very well-meaning advice, but I didn't really know what to do with it. So on further reflection, I came up with a framework, a very simple framework that really helped me in terms of actually being positive. And then subsequently I started sharing this framework in my talks and workshops, and people have written back stating that this framework helped them as well. So I thought I'd share it in this vlog, see whether it helps you in any way. Now, on the subject of being positive, I think you can break this into three parts. So part number one is about past positive. So how are you looking at your past? Are you looking at your past as a school, or are you looking at your past as a burden? So many people are constantly living in their past and in turn impacting their future negatively. But if you start looking at your past and look at it with the lens of learning, with the lens of picking what you learned or what was positive about your past, automatically you can use it positively for the future. So however harsh your past may have been, I'm sure there is something that you could learn from there that made you the person you are right now. So I think it always makes more sense to focus on that bit and use it well, because irrespective of what you do, the past is something that you absolutely can't change. Secondly is about being present positive. I had created another vlog a while back which spoke about what do you need to do on a day-to-day basis to keep yourself positive and motivated. So the present positive is keeping yourself in a good state of mind constantly. Now, if you don't take the effort to keep yourself in a good state of mind, a lot of people will fall into the default mode of going into negativity, and that doesn't take too much of effort. So the whole deal of actually keeping yourself positive and in a good state of mind on a day-to-day basis, that takes a lot of effort. So I'd shared in another vlog how to do that. Refer to that for a few tips that there are. But to be positive in the present, you also need to have the right kind of mental makeup, the right kind of mental models, the right kind of beliefs that you have, the right kind of philosophies that you really operate with on a day-to-day basis. To be present, to be positive in the present, a huge thing is around expectations, right? So if you're constantly expecting a big deal from the people around you or from every situation, you're bound to be disappointed time and again. So keeping your expectations of people and situations slightly lower, and yet keeping the expectations from yourself high. So those kind of mental makeups or frameworks, that is something that can keep you positive, besides a lot of the other things I've mentioned in the other blog. So what I mentioned, just to give you a gist of what I said in the other blog, I spoke about creating the right kind of routines for yourself to stay positive, ensuring that you're exercising on a day-to-day basis, the kind of exposure that you give yourself, whether it's books, videos, blogs, what kind of company that you keep. So a lot of different factors that can help you on a day-to-day basis to stay positive. The third part of being positive is future positive, which means your ability to look at the future positively, your ability to look at the future from the lens of being hopeful, from the lens of being optimistic, and not always being worried about the future. So many people that I meet are constantly worried about the future, and that has a very negative impact in terms of how the future pans out. Now, what is it that you can do to keep yourself future positive? I think the biggest thing that you can do to keep yourself future positive is first concentrate on the present. The best guarantee to tomorrow's success is doing today's job well. So if you're constantly worried about the future and not focusing on the present right now and not doing a good job there, your future as far as your career and work is not going to be good to start with. The second thing, just a few tips here, I'm not going to go on and make this video too long, but the second thing that you can do in terms of being future positive is really really, every time you're worried about the future, don't generalize it. Try to kind of identify the specific thing that's worrying you, or the specific thing that's a matter of concern to you. So when if you're talking about, if you're worried about your career, so that's just too broad a thing, right? Just to say, oh, I'm so worried about my career, I'm so worried about where I'm going to be. Instead of making it that macro, kind of break it down to say that what exactly, as far as my career, am I concerned about? What is it that is my concern? And then you could boil it down to saying, okay, remuneration is my only concern that I have as far as my career. It's not really my entire career, but just one important part of it, and that really helps you not worry as much. The third big thing that I can give you in terms of being future positive, as soon as you've identified what your worry is, as soon as you've identified what you're concerned about, try to take some action towards that thing. So the minute you start taking even the smallest action in a positive direction, automatically your worry or your concern goes down. Of course, these are 3 valuable tips, but in my opinion, the most important thing, whether it's past positive, present positive, or future positive, is just to be conscious and aware of your thoughts. I think that is the starting point, and a lot of people, irrespective of whether it's their past, present, or future, are habituated to be negative. It's and habituated to either worry or look at the past negatively, or be constantly in a bad state. So if you ask me 2 things, be very, very conscious about your thoughts. We're the only species on the planet that can think about our thoughts, so we need to use that particular thing well, and do that to start think about your stuff and break out of these habits of negativity. Get into the habit of being positive. So just to end this particular vlog, one of the things that you can do again is have small milestones for yourself. Okay, so don't say that, oh, I'm going to change overnight and this is going to be the new me based on this vlog. Instead of that, just take one day to start with, and in that one day, when you're looking at your past at any point of time, because those thoughts coming to you would be very, very natural, when you're looking at your past, give it a positive spin. When you're in the present, try to be in a positive state of mind. Refer to that vlog again, and every time you think about the future, look at the future from a positive point of view. So do that for one day to start with. If you can do that successfully for one day, automatically you will start seeing the difference. Then do it for another, then try doing it for a week, and the more you do it like that, the better it is for you. Now, all such advice in life is easier said than done, right? So everything that I'm telling you, it's not easy to do. Anything positive or any kind of growth is never that easy. But my suggestion to you is, a lot of people do this thing, and although it's slightly against our grain, it's not something that's easy. I think each one of us needs to take the effort to do it because of the positive outcomes that we'll see as a result of it. Okay, thank you very much. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. See you soon.